I choose to bloom is a mindset. It's not a catchy phrase. It's not a cliche that I derived from my life's philosophy, which is bloom where you're planted. No, I choose to bloom is a decision. I came up with that name for my ministry when I realized that I have been using the phrase bloom where you're planted since I was 17 years old. And that life's philosophy has been infused in almost everything I've gone through. I have had to bloom. The thing about blooming is it has to be a decision. It has to be an intentional and deliberate decision in a given moment that whatever is happening, we have a choice as to how we are going to receive and respond to that situation. So that is how I came up with the name I Choose to Bloom. Here's what I'm going to remind you of. Whenever life happens, as it always does, you are able to get through it. Why? Because of all the challenges that you have already overcome. Everything that you have had to endure, every traumatic experience, every disappointment, every tragedy, every single thing that was meant to destroy you, that ended up building you and strengthening you. As a result of all those things, you now have skills and strategies and strengths that you can tap into for this next new challenge. That's how I have to live my life. That's how I got through my cancer journey. Deciding that, Shannon, you can get through this by choosing how you are going to walk through this devastating diagnosis. My friends, whatever it is that you are currently having to face, whatever is coming to throw you off, let me remind you, you have what it takes to get through it because you have gone through several things in the past and you have overcome. And look at you now. Look at where you are. Look at what you have to show for everything that came to mess you up. You, my dear, are a victor. You are a champion. And just because you don't feel that way all the time, doesn't mean that you're not. Because you have gotten through devastating things in the past. And whatever is coming up against you right now, you're going to get through it again. You have it in you. I call it the reservoir. I call it the place where you actually go down on the inside and remember things that you have gone through and pull up the life lessons and apply them. Pull up the strategies and use them. Pull up the strength and walk into this situation with courage and boldness. And if you are a believer in the Lord like I am, don't forget your faith. It's in these moments that your faith is being tested that shows what you're really made of. And don't forget grace. God provides grace when situations need it. So whatever you're going through, choose to bloom. Make up your mind that you are going to handle this in a way that you look back and said, yes, I have what it takes. I can get through anything. I can choose to bloom by the way I receive this situation, by the way I respond, by the way I react, and if it requires a reply, by how I choose to reply. My friends, I encourage you, get up every day and make the decision. I choose to bloom.